My last year's Christmas was spent here in Makati with friends. It was a lot of fun and it was actually my first time of spending it here. While the year before that I was able to be on Chagall Island for a month. I also did that with friends and I even stayed till New Year's, and the two Christmas celebration before that was on Coron Island in Palawan. So let me just say that Coron Island used to be like a second home for me for my first 2 years that I was living here in the Philippines. Hey guys, welcome back to another Vlogmas. Today I'll be talking about what Christmas is like here in the Philippines versus Nigeria, my home country, and I'll also be covering just in general how these two distinct cultures celebrate the festive season. If you're new to my channel, my name is Abby and this is Waka Waka. I make vlogs about living here in the Philippines and I also do some sewing tutorials. Do not forget to like and subscribe to see more content that I create. The Philippines happens to be the country with the longest Christmas in the world, and everybody knows that by now, with celebrations starting from September to January, which should tell you how much they enjoy the celebration. I can actually say the same for Nigeria, although we might not have the longest celebration in the world since our Christmas celebration starts December 24th, but preparation starts a month ahead. Since it's a norm here in the Philippines to start Christmas, countdown is usually 100 days before it, and majority of the celebration is still concentrated in the middle of December anyway. A quick explanation of the Christmas celebration would be starting on December 16 with 9-day mass that can be attended in the early mornings before the sunrise by Filipino Catholics, and this ends usually on Christmas Eve, but I think you still have like the Christmas mass, and then in the evening you have the midnight feast known as Noche Buena, and from there on it's celebration till January. But in Nigeria we just have Christmas Eve and Christmas. Here are the things that I've observed during the Christmas season here in the Philippines. I will be starting with my favorite one, which is the effort that is being taken to transform the streets and the city into a perfect Christmas wonderland with Christmas decorations, flowers, and in the few years that I've been here, like, how do you guys even do this? It's just freaking amazing. And it's not just the streets, you have the malls, the hotels, and also all other establishments that are in the Philippines, and everything is just in sync. Here's an example of some of the unusual and environmental friendly decorations in various barangay, and sometimes I even feel like the malls and businesses are competing with each other to see who have the best decoration, and it's just really great. If we were to compare the level of decoration that is being done in Nigeria during Christmases, I would say that the dedication that is being imputed into what is done in Nigeria is not up to what we have here in the Philippines. Now that I'm even thinking about it, in Nigeria the churches have the most of the decorations, but not that much in the street though, and not all organizations are into Christmas decorations anyway. And since we've already established the fact that the Philippines start their Christmas earliest from September, and over the years I would usually forget this, but once I'm out and about, there's this reminder of that everywhere, from music being played in the mall and the decorations that are being put up. And also, of course, let's not forget the significant drop in temperature, which is just really amazing. Now, for Christmas songs in Nigeria, you can start hearing the Christmas songs from the beginning of December, mostly from radio stations, and then you have like Christmas related programs that have been done on air. So that is when the atmosphere starts to build in Nigeria. Since caroling is related to music, let's talk about that. One thing that really stood out for me is actually seeing groups of kids here performing carols on the streets. Usually they would ask you for the song that you want to hear, and they will sing it for you with smiles on their face and even put their own spin to it. I find this to be super cute. Well, don't get too carried away because you have to pay for it, and of course you have to give them some money. In Nigeria we don't have that, which is one difference that I have to note. But while growing up in Nigeria, caroling for us as kids was usually done in churches. So you have like the children's choir presenting for the congregation on Christmas Day or any other Christmas event that is being put up by the church. Even though we might not have the super cute teenagers singing carols, there is one thing that the Nigerian teenagers do better than the kids here, which is what brings me to my next point. During the Christmas day, of course, we have people here dressed and all that, but back home the kids take it to another level, which is because we have a lot of well-dressed people in Nigeria, which can be easily translated into their children. And this is regardless of their social economical background, whether they're rich or poor. On Christmas Day, everybody shows up and shows out in their most beautiful attires. And then back home, there is also something we call Christmas waka. So basically, after church service, you go and have lunch, and then you just see a lot of kids going from house to house, eating Christmas food and getting Christmas money from maybe their aunties, their uncles, their neighbors, their family friends. So just try to imagine this picture of looking out of the window of your house and just seeing a lot of kids in their beautiful clothing. That is something that I actually miss. That is something I do not see here. Now lastly, let's talk about food. Every Filipino celebration is not complete without the lechon, which is a whole roasted pig that is also served in every occasion. But while in Nigeria, the staple food is jollof rice, and also which is the staple food for Christmas is jollof rice, but depending on the part of Nigeria that you're from, the staple food also varies. These are some of the things I'm always looking forward to in regards to Christmas here in the Philippines. The music and light show that is always done on Ayala Triangle, but I'm not sure if you are going to do that this year. There's also the caroling event that is being done in Peninsula Hotel, which is amazing. And lastly, this is the band, like the mall band in Landmark. The first time I came across them, I had goosebumps. I was really excited, so I'm always looking forward to that every year. And now that it's Christmas season, I'm kind of like reminiscing about what Christmas was like for me growing up in Nigeria. Funny enough, my mom would have purchased or sewn our Christmas attire around September or October, and then shoe purchases would follow suit. And of course, then you have Christmas socks. These are usually white socks with lace detailing around the edges, so you can imagine getting new clothing for Christmas. And as you get closer, other items for Christmas food is being bought. And there is something that I actually used to do as a teenager, and now that I think about it, it kind of like brings smiles to my face. That is, whenever I get the opportunity and when the house is empty, I would always go back into my mom's room and go in to try out my Christmas clothing, and I was always trying to imagine what it would look like on that particular day. So that is like one memory that is kind of like coming back to me now. I don't know if people do this here. So back home, people would usually share Christmas food to their neighbors. So in preparation for Christmas Day, we would have prepared the meat, the sauce, the salad, and everything we would be sharing the day before. On Christmas Day, my mom would usually wake us up earlier than normal, so we'd start preparing like the Christmas jollof rice, let's say by 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock we're done cooking, and the food would be served using our finest chinas or sets of plates, and by 6 p.m. we're done distributing the food. And then we go to church, let's say around 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, and this is usually in between 1 to 2 hours. Church is over. So basically, by the time we get back from church, there are no chores to be done, and by noontime our neighbors will start sharing their own food. So this was basically our family tradition of my mom waking our neighbors up with our Christmas food. So how are you guys celebrating your Christmas? You can leave a comment in the section below, and this is the end of this vlog. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.